I think it was Rob Latham one time that said, rip it and grip it. And what I want to talk to you guys today about is developing your grip. Whatever method you use, it does help a lot with your handgun. For example, let's say that you're shooting a 40 and you're shooting a 9mm, and they're both pretty much the same guns, 4-inch barrel, but you notice that the 40 is quite a bit more recoil. And let's say that recoil is, say, like 25% more. Well, wouldn't it make sense to develop your grip 25% stronger? Because if you develop your grip, that's going to help. And you're not going to be as shaky. One of the things about muscles is that when you start to shake, that means you've reached your limit of your strength, the bounce or the shake, when you contract your muscles. So you can see right now I'm not really shaking, but if I hold on for a long time, I start to shake. What you want to do is you want to practice doing sets like this, but not just that. You want to practice the isometric part of it too. So if you're a competition shooter and you're hanging onto the gun real tight, you might have to hold on to that gun for a couple minutes and have a really good grip on that thing. So look at here. Just hold it in like this. You're going to feel it try to spring out on you. But you see what I mean? You want to practice this too, because this is your hold. It's your consistent strength in an isometric way. Whereas this is, it's similar. It's still developing your wrist muscles and your fingers. But when you hold it like this, say like you're in a competition or something, you're going to be squeezing the gun really hard all the way through all your shooting. See what I mean? See, now it's starting to come out. I'm getting weaker. But the whole key to this is you want to practice it this way. Doing sets. See, my pinky's already getting weak. And then you want to practice holding like this. So that'll develop your wrist muscles in a couple different ways. And this one has adjustments for each finger if you want all your fingers to have a certain amount of resistance. But yeah, that's the name of it right there. And up in Colorado, Ron Avery, he passed away. You know, it's not really a good thing that he's gone, but Ron Avery up in Colorado, shooting instructor, he was using springs and stuff like that. But this is kind of similar. You know, when you were weightlifting many years ago, you might have used them spring things. Well, this one's a little bit different with the adjustments on it and stuff like that. But it makes sense to develop your grip. And not just us guys, but senior citizens and women develop that grip, because if you have a really, really strong grip, you'll be able to do like Rob Latham said, rip it and grip it. You got to have a strong grip. You got to really hold on to that firearm. And that's the key, is not moving the gun while you press the trigger. And that recoil that's happening, if you get too much of it, then on your reset, you're going to have to wait for that recoil. Because the recoil happens first, then the reset. You hold it like this. There we go. So you can do it like this, and then do it like this, where you hold for at least like a minute or something like that. So that's going to develop your grip. And I suppose you can get these on Amazon and other places like that. But this is one of the reasons I don't make excuses for a 40 Smith & Wesson. Because I have a strong grip, I can shoot it just as good as I can a 9. And like I said, if you have 25% more recoil, then squeeze 25% harder or be 25% stronger. And then you'll balance it out so that you can use that 40 Smith & Wesson. Or in competition, do what I'm doing here. Hold on as long as you can if you're a competition shooter, because that's the thing, is you're going to be running and gunning to your different places where you have to engage targets. But you see what I'm doing now? I'm holding and holding, I'm holding, and now I'm starting to get a little weak. See that? But over time, you'll be able to hold long enough for it to be like 1 or 2 minutes, so that if you did have the gun and you did have to do the run and gun, you got a really strong grip on it. So you're gripping it and ripping it, as Rob Latham would say. The whole key is imagining that you got the gun in cement and it's not moving. That's what you want to picture. You want to picture holding the gun tight enough so that it doesn't move. And I know it's going to move, but I'm just saying that's the concept, is you want that gun to not move while you press the trigger, including the recoil, when the recoil happens. But you can see I got a weak pinky here on this hand, and that could make a difference in certain handguns. Now, smaller handguns, you're probably just going to have 3 fingers, like the Ruger LCP and stuff. So, but you should always practice your full grip handguns too. So I would just do all 4. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. And these are the little adjustments here, and then they got the lines so you can set it up. But I thought this is kind of a cool device and stuff like that. And I think everybody should work on their grip. It really doesn't take long to develop your grip. So people that talk about recoil all the time, why not get stronger so that you can shoot more guns? And you can even carry something that has more recoil because your wrists are much stronger. And you can grip the gun well enough so that you can make them good shot placements. So if you're a senior, you're a girl, even if you're a guy like me, I still do it. Even though I've got strong wrists, most of us guys do, I still use these. And sometimes I'll use a ball of clay or a rubber ball or just about anything you can think of just to get that strength built up. So, and Minnesota's known for actually having strong wrists. The Crusher, a wrestler, or some guy like that, he had these incredibly powerful wrists, and he wrestled, and there was something about him where he had this amazing strength with his wrists and his grip and stuff like that. And that's where you guys need to be with your firearms. You need to really have a strong grip on especially the ones that recoil. So, but anyway, thank you very much for watching, you guys. And I just wanted to give you this tip that people often sweep under the rug is, are you developing your wrists? If you're working out 3 times a week and you're on the range, say like shooting 3 times a week or something like that, it's kind of a good idea because you have your physical fitness at the gym 3 times a week, and then you have your range time if you can afford the ammo to go out on the range. But if you're developing your strength in the gym and your cardio and all kinds of stuff like that, why not pay attention to your wrists? Because it's more important that you have a good grip, because that's a matter of life and death. You might bench, 500 pounds or something like that. But you need a strong grip, because the stronger your grip is, the less the gun's going to move, and the more powerful cartridge you can carry. You can carry 10 millimeter, 45 all day long if you have a strong grip. And that includes women and senior citizens too. And I realize there's a limit for seniors, but I'm just saying that if you're a senior citizen, you can always develop your wrist strength. It's not over with just because you're older. You can still develop muscle and strength in your wrists. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, you guys.